जी तो वेलकम। आज के इस लेक्चर में हम आपको खुशामदीद कहते हैं। बात हो रही थी मोहब्बत पे, लव, और हमने ये कहा था इससे पहले कि पिछली दफ़ा का सिलसिला बड़ा वो एकदम से मुनक़ता हो गया। ये रिकॉर्डिंग सिस्टम में कुछ ऐसी ख़राबी आ गई थी। तो हम जहाँ तक पहुँचे थे मोहब्बत पे बात करते हुए, वो एक कहानी मैं आपको सुनाना चाह रहा था जो इस्लाम की बहुत बड़ी मिस्टेक या सूफ़ी खातून राबिया बसरी से मंसूब की जाती है कि उनके यहाँ कोई दूसरे सूफ़ी चले गए तो उन्होंने जाकर तो राबिया बसरी से कुरान मांगा पढ़ने के लिए। तो राबिया बसरी ने उनको अब जो कुरान की कॉपी उनके पास पड़ी थी, जो ख़ुद उनके इस्तेमाल में थी, वो उनको पढ़ने के लिए दी। तो उन्होंने देखा कि बहुत सी ऐसी आयत जो कटी हुई हैं, जिनके ऊपर किसी ने ख़त तनसीख खींचा हुआ है, और वो बहुत हैरान हुए और उन्होंने राबिया बसरी से पूछा कि तुमने ये कुरान की आयत पे किस तरह से ख़त तनसीख खींच दिया है। तो हज़रत राबिया बसरी ने कहा कि, और ये बात जो है ना, ये एक्चुअली मोहब्बत को बड़ा अच्छा डिफ़ाइन करती है। मैं कहा जब से मेरे अंदर खुदा की मोहब्बत पैदा हुई है, मेरे अंदर से नफ़रत चली गई है। नफ़रत मौजूद नहीं है। एक अल्टरनेटिव के तौर पे या एक ऑपोजिट के तौर पे हेट्रेड डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट। तो मैं अब ये आयत वो आयत थी जिनमें लिखा था कि शैतान से नफ़रत करो, तो मैं शैतान से नफ़रत नहीं कर पाई, इसलिए कि मेरी सारी की सारी एग्जिस्टेंस, मेरी सारी की सारा वजूद जो है वो अल्लाह ताला की मोहब्बत से भरा हुआ है। ये उनकी एक्सप्लेनेशन थी, जो कि बहुत ही इम्प्रेसिव बात है। ये इम्प्रेसिव ना सिर्फ मॉरली आप इसको देखें या सुपरफिशली देखें या इस तरह देखें कि आपकी किसी बड़े ने आपको ये कहानी सुनाई होगी। आप इसके साइकोलॉजिकल इम्प्लिकेशंस देखें। इसके साइकोलॉजिकल इम्प्लिकेशंस ये हैं, जिस तरह से हमने जहन पे बात की कि जहन किस तरह से डेवलप करता है, हाउ ह्यूमन माइंड एक्चुअली डेवलप्स, द रोल ऑफ थॉट एंड हाउ थॉट, सोच किस तरह से अब कॉम्प्रीहेंशन के लिए, दुनिया के मौजूदात की कॉम्प्रीहेंशन के लिए किस तरह से चीज़ों को दो मुतजाद हिस्सों में तकसीम करती है। हमारे जहन भी इसी तरह से सीखते हैं, और हमारी तमाम तर शख्सियती या शख्सी जो डेवलपमेंट है, इर्तिका है, वो सारे का सारा इस फार्मूले से होता है कि चीज़ों को तकसीम करके देखना है। अंधेरा है और रोशनी है, अच्छा है बुरा है, जायका बेहतर है, जायका बुरा है, मीठा है, खट्टा है, इस तरह से चीज़ों को, सर्दी है, गर्मी है, इन सब चीज़ों को आप देखें तो आपके माइंड, द सेटअप ऑफ योर, द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ योर थॉट, इट कम्स वेरी क्लियर इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू। तो इस कहानी में जो आपको बताया जा रहा है वो ये है कि मोहब्बत के परवान चढ़ने के लिए वो दिमाग की क्वालिटी चाहिए, वो जहन की क्वालिटी चाहिए जो तकसीम ना हो, जिसमें तजादात ना हो, जो तफरीक ना रखे, फ्रेगमेंटेड ना हो, बल्कि सारे पैराडॉक्सेस उसमें मर्ज हो गए हों, which has been a very main part of our talks all the way through. So then another question arises कि एक दिमाग जिसमें सारे पैराडॉक्सेस उसी तरह मौजूद हैं, जिसने कभी कॉन्टेम्पलेट ना किया हो, जो कि अक्सर लोग नहीं कर पाते हालात की वजह से, या ये कॉन्सेप्ट ही हमारे यहाँ किसी भी माशरे में नहीं है, मगरिब हो मशरिक हो, कहीं भी ये कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है कि डीपली इंसान जो है वो अपना इंट्रोस्पेक्शन का जो प्रोसेस है उसमें से गुजरे। दूसरों के बताए हुए अखलाकियात, दूसरों की बताई हुई मैनरिज्म्स, दूसरों के बताए हुए जो प्रेजुडिसेस हैं, दूसरों के बताए हुए जो आपकी बिलीफ्स हैं, वो आप उनको हूबहू ओन कर लेते हैं और इस तरह एक उधार मांगी हुई एक मुस्तार जिंदगी गुजारते रहते हैं और मुस्तार जिंदगी गुजार के मर जाते हैं। चुनाचे जो बात चल रही है वो ये है कि क्या एक माइंड, क्योंकि हमने उस वाक़े से देखा और उसकी साइकोलॉजिकल इम्प्लीकेशन से देखा कि अ माइंड which is not divided is capable of loving. Any possibility of love to arise is in a mind which is non-fragmented, which is not divided, which is not broken up. It is a whole, and it has got the space without prejudices, without assumed beliefs, to let love blossom in a way. So that is something which is needed. But the minds that exist, if we look at our minds, so are we capable of loving? Because a person who is competent, for example, competitive, जो कि आप देखें आपका पूरा जो social structure है, it is built like a pyramid, and there are kind of less successful people, and there are a little bit more successful people, and then very successful people. So जितना आपको हायरार्की में ऊपर जाना होता है उतना ज़्यादा सख्त कंपटीशन से गुजरना पड़ता है। ये आपके मुआशरे की स्ट्रक्चर का एक यानी बनावट का एक वाज़ेह तरीका है। दिस इज़ हाउ इट इज़ डन। सो अ competitive mind is a ruthless mind. So a ruthless mind which has lied, which is prepared to lie, to go ahead, which is prepared to nudge other people, to go forward, a mind which is jealous, a mind which is suspicious of others, envious, I want to be like that, a mind which feels very insecure, by itself. So it needs input from outer sources to make it feel whole. So can that type of mind love? We were talking about holidays the other day. Vacations. That every year लोग छुट्टियों पे जाते हैं और वो अपनी बोर्डम से भरी हुई जिंदगी जो है, जो रिपेटिटिव लाइफ है, उससे भागने, उससे फरार इख्तियार करने के लिए दूसरे फरार बनाए हुए। To escape certain situations, other escapes are invented. Vacations, entertainment, video games, all this, the whole kind of cluster of activity, external inputs all the time. So you go out, you think that you're getting refreshed, and then you come home and the same old problems are lying there to be solved. So somewhat love is also treated like that. You see, love is treated like that too. So love is an escape. You can keep on saying that you are a great lover, or you love God, for example. ये एक अजीबोगरीब एक तकसीम यहाँ पे हम सुनने को मिलती है लोगों से कि जी इश्क मजाजी और इश्क हकीकी, ये फ़र्क इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा है। वो मौलाना रूम का एक वो मशहूर व मरूफ एक वाक़या है कि कोई साहब गए मौलाना रूम से मिलने के लिए, और उन्होंने कहा कि ये उनके साथ कोई नौजवान था, तो उन्होंने कहा जी ये नौजवान है और बड़े परहेजगार हैं, कभी नमाज कज़ा नहीं की, कोई ऐसा, और अल्लाह से बड़ी मोहब्बत है इनको। तो मौलाना रूम ने कहा कि अच्छा, क्या तुमने कभी किसी औरत से प्यार किया है? तो वो बच्चा जो था वो परेशान हो गया थोड़ा सा। उसने कहा जी नहीं जी, मैं तो सारी अपनी जो एनर्जी है, सारा अपना जो कमिटमेंट है, दैट इज़ फॉर अल्लाह, और मैं तो अल्लाह के हुजूर बस झुकता हूँ और उसी से प्यार करता हूँ। तो मौलाना रूम ने कहा कि काश तुमने इश्क किया होता किसी औरत के साथ, ताकि तुम्हें इल्म होता। सेम मूवमेंट ना, सेम मूवमेंट, you can make it, you can kind of have a glimpse of one in the other. That was the point by that. So how do you do that? How do you prepare your mind to be capable of letting the love blossom? Because I do not use verbs, in the sense that some actions that are voluntarily taken, which are actually, it's difficult. Linguistics is a different and a very difficult ball game, because I'm a poet, I'm a writer, I take care of my words. And words are not important in real life, because we are talking about love. For example, हम मोहब्बत के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, एक लफ्ज़ है love, and how misunderstood it is. It is so loosely used. Have a look at this, the use of the word. For example, have a look. Think about it, how you use word love. You love to read. You love to eat. You love to drive. You love to go to the cinema. You love to have a night out with your friends. And then you love your wife and your mother and all that. Same word, one word being used in various contexts, subtracting the substance behind the word, slowly, slowly, slowly. Why do we say that people and things and societies are getting more and more superficial? Because the meanings that the words were actually invested with, they're being decreased to a very superficial level. So therefore, love is very loosely used word, very wrongly interpreted, because the quality of the mind which may have the possibility of love to blossom, it is love's act. It is not your act to make love inject into your mind. You can't do that. You can do, yes. And the quality of mind that we were talking about, which is already filled with prejudices, with competition, with problems, with livelihood, with all these things. Can it love? Now the love, he can be physically attached to somebody, he can have a physical relationship with somebody and get married to somebody and have kids with them, and then get into that rat race that we call, life, we see around us. And to the majority, that is love. To majority, it is, there is no need to change what love implies. It implies possession, for example, for them. Getting identified with one particular person, having a relationship, continuing day in, day out with the person, the same person, who is fed up of the situation with you, for example, and you are fed up with them, but this is how the others do, so you do it too. So we are analyzing this thing, the true love. What is true love? And how can it develop? So the quality of the mind is not present for love to be there. What do you do? First of all, majority won't accept it. They will have the same way of loving, or same way of understanding love as they do continuously. And there is a very interesting thing about love. Love is beyond thought. It is not part of your thought. So this lecture, the topic of the lecture is that love as a concept, as we understand it, the reality is different. So we are trying to draw the distinction between the reality of love and between the common understanding of what love is. So we are just going to have a look, because in the beginning we said, once you have looked into something, found it to be flawed, there is an action is going to occur which will be in favor of the right thing. So it will be a right action which occurs after understanding the truth behind what is and what ought to be. So these two things must be understood before a choice is made, before a proper comprehension is developed. Not, I would say, making choice implies various alternatives. Yeah, I will take this, I will leave that. But we are trying to understand whether there is a oneness in this thing. A mind which is one with itself, without distinctions, is the only place where love flourishes. So a mind which is divided creates images. Very interestingly, when I, if you see the mythology, old mythologies like Egyptians, like the European mythologies, like African mythologies, like Indian mythology. So all gods are actually the power that controls a certain area of life. इसी तरह होता था ना, तो mythology के अंदर basically this is very interesting to note that most of the mythologies do not have a face for the love god. God of love does not have any face. It is faceless because it is unidentifiable. You cannot identify it. So, it cannot be identified because it appears to a mind, or it is supposed to. This is what it symbolizes. I'm not saying that this happens, but what it symbolizes is that a mind which makes idols is a mind which has divisions, which has understanding of life which is fragmentary. So the mind which is caught up in making these distinctions is unable to grasp what love is, have the feeling what love is. So love has no face in mythologies. So it comes and goes. It has its own way of being, of flourishing, of coming and going, of staying, deciding to leave. So this is what love is. So when we talked about holidays are pleasure. Holiday is a pleasure. You feel pleasure out of it. So you feel pleasure out of love. You feel pleasure out of cinema. So it's in the same category. So that is something which is debatable, and you must think about it. Have a very clear view whether that is true or that is not true. Because immensity of love is the immensity of the divine. Love is as divine, as immense as the divine. So you cannot understand divine when you break it up into pieces. This is God and this is devil. Hate the devil, love the God. The problem happens, as we discussed Rabia Basri, earlier on. Unless there is a wholesome acceptance of both sides, and there is compassion for the wrongdoing, or the wrong, or the what you call evil, you have to have compassion for that, to understand what divinity is. So love is all encompassing. So what we will do next is perhaps we'll keep it here. It was lecture number 2, you can say. Number 1, about the concept of love, that love in reality is different from how it is conceptualized. So conception of something, or conceptualizing about something, having a perception about it, having an idea about it, is not the same as the fact. So investigation is important. How we see it, how we understand it, because most of our understanding is based upon linguistics. The word to our understanding is the thing. And as the majority understands the word, that is the actual crux of the meaning contained in that word. But that is not always true. Unfortunately, most of the times it's not true. So love as a concept is a different affair. Love as an experience, love as a reality is something different. To grasp it, now it is being summed up. So to grasp it, you'll have to have a completely different quality of thinking. Your quality of thinking has to be non-divisive, non-fragmentary. You will have to have a wholesome mind to understand, to grasp what love is. So here we will end today's talk about this thing. Tomorrow we will come and we will talk about, the whole spectrum is in front of you of life. You just sit and think about it. I have got hundreds of topics I can talk about. Education is very important. Kids' education. Individual education is very important. Family is very important. Marriage is important. It's part of the society. You cannot negate it. Your relationships with people are important. So there are so many things to be discussed. You can just think that we are taking it very summarily, kind of in a summary situation. So we are discussing everything not in depth. We are taking it to be just like an opening remark. So all the topics that we are going to discuss in the future are very important subjects. They are very deep subjects. You can talk, hours and hours about them. And still, there'll be space where you can have a discussion, think about it together. So we are going to choose a different subject next time. And it will be something which is very relevant, obviously, to life, to society, to you as an individual. So it's a pleasure, going through with these things and thinking out loud. While I'm talking, there are many things that I'm becoming clearer about, while I'm speaking to you. So thank you, and we will meet again very soon. Hope you have a nice evening. So thank you.